Hello everyone, if you are listening to this review on the Sabbath, then I would like to wish you a Sabbath void of fear and filled with love and self-control. This week's review is for the series Jesus, the Game Changer. This episode is called Equality. Jesus, the Game Changer is a 10-part documentary series with 4 bonus episodes on how the life and teaching of Jesus changed the world and why it matters. The presenter travels to the US, UK, Australia, Singapore and India, interviewing over 30 authors, speakers and modern-day game changers. This series covers topics like equality, forgiveness, leadership, women and children, care and more. I enjoyed the series Towards Belief so much that I looked up the ministry Olive Tree Media and subscribed to their content channel. That's where I found this 10-part series, Jesus the Game Changer. Where does the concept of equality come from? The presenter does a great job of pointing us back to Jesus' teachings, which have the foundation that we are all made in the image of God the Father. You can find this teaching in Genesis 1:26, where it says, "Then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." The presenter also points us to the parable of the lost sheep, which can be found in Luke 15 verses 1 through 7. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to him, and the Pharisees and the scribes grumbled, saying, "This man receives sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable. "What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he has lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and his neighbors, saying to them, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost.' Just so, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance." This episode uses this parable to discuss how every individual matters to God, no exceptions. We hear how other cultures enforce inequality upon their citizens, but the main focus is on the teachings of Jesus and how God has called people to make extraordinary changes. People like William Wilberforce and Hannah More, who I knew very little about before watching this episode of Jesus the Game Changer. This episode points to the message of Jesus that gives us full assurance that we are all loved by God. I watched Jesus the Game Changer, Episode 2, Equality, in the Watch Plus section of olivetreemedia.com.au. Thank you for listening to this review. Until next time, peace be with you.